guys, my name is Jay. I am here with Chomp Attack. Everyone say hello. Introduce yourselves.
Dustin Harrow, and I'm the bassist.
I'm Kyle Heights and I play the guitar.
I'm Mike Silence, I'm the vocalist.
I'm Aiden Skid and I'm drummer.
I'm Nick Nightmares and I play guitar.
I'm Omar Valentine and I play guitar.
Awesome. So what have you guys been up to lately, you know?
Well, we recently just headed out on our first tour, which is in Canada, and we released our first debut EP called How Do You Like Me Now. Released a music video for a song off of that, and we got another music video coming out for you soon.
Awesome. Would you spill it or? No.
I don't know, we can spill a little something. We did a cover a couple months ago that we recorded that we plan on releasing in a couple weeks. That'll be a big surprise for everyone.
Ooh, I'm excited for that one actually because I do like covers. So how long have you guys been a band for?
Well, we've been a band for about 2 years. Started off as just like something small, not very serious. And then started off actually in Mike's brother's room. Just little small practices here and there, you know.
Little tiny amps that we had.
It was a smaller
Small red room.
It was way smaller. It was like a
Cut this in
this.
4.
Yeah, it was small.
And
Probably so.
just wrote a couple of songs, you know, just to start off with. Then we got a show with Black Veil Brides.
Yeah, the first show.
Yeah, the first show, and then right about there we basically realized that, you know, this is actually going somewhere, so we should start getting serious about it.
Is this something you guys always wanted to do as a band, you know, just wanting to play in front of a crowd?
There's playing in front of a crowd, but there's a whole bunch of other factors to it too. I mean, there's, you know, you've always wanted to play in front of a crowd, and on top of that, there's, you know, we've always wanted to change lives and help people out in whatever way we can. We all have our different ways of wanting to help people, but it's more than just playing in front of a crowd. It's more than just, you know, becoming famous or becoming something. There's a whole bunch of details to it.
Alright, so I'm just gonna ask some fun ones. Pokemon or Digimon?
Pokemon for sure.
I'm probably like the black sheep here, Digimon.
No, I'm I'll go Digimon too.
All the way Pokemon.
That was great as a kid.
It is
remember that.
amazing, yeah.
I remember watching that, but then Pokemon's just too popular for me.
Yeah, you had to shift over to that side.
You gotta
like
get,
everyone
had to
else
be the
did.
hipster at 5 years old.
5 years old.
Hipster at 5 years old.
Exactly. What's your favorite food?
Hamburgers. Straight me, it's hamburgers. Done. It will always be hamburgers.
I'll go with pizza.
Yeah, I would have to go with 9-topping pizza.
Oh, that was a great day. That was a great
I
day.
think that Dustin's cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dustin's a good cook.
I'm a good cook.
I think that you cooked.
Yes.
I don't know. You're a pretty good cook.
I'm an alright cook. If it's a barbecue, I'm set.
You're a good barbecue cook.
I'm a good barbecue cook.
You can do some, like, you know, you do some pretty sweet pastas and stuff too.
He
Oh,
does
God.
pastas. He cooks pasta.
I love pasta. I'm gonna get hungry
What about you
soon.
guys?
Nick, do you have a favorite food? I've never actually asked you this.
Nick enjoys the occasional human flesh, you know.
Yeah, flesh is a big one.
Yeah, some survival.
Chomp.
Children's souls.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, actually I like spaghetti.
Spaghetti?
Meat sauce.
There you go.
Meat sauce.
Yes.
I like the rosé. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Nick here, spaghetti, yeah.
Spaghetti?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good stuff too. Who are your biggest inspirations for being in a band today? Who are your role models?
Well, this is a personal one. This doesn't go for anybody else in the band. But I like to tell, you know, I don't like to tell everyone. I mean when I say it that I've always wanted to play music my whole life. No one ever inspired me to become a musician. It was always something that I've wanted to do. And I have to say that the people that have inspired me to make this album and make Chomp Attack what it is today the most is the people that I'm in the band with, you know, especially Dustin and Omar. They, you know, I've been playing music with Dustin for, you know, 5 or 6 years now, and it's inspired me a lot to come to where I am today. I don't think there's any other person in another band out there that I could say has inspired me that much. I do have other inspirations, you know. such as Asking Alexandria and Black Veil Brides, or, Escape the Fate, or they do, I listen to their music and it inspires me to write some of the things that I write, but, mostly life experiences and my band.
That's awesome. And what about you guys? You guys?
I would say I've always wanted to play music, but I mean, my role model for how to act on a stage, like Les Fall is one of my main inspiration, and Asking Alexandria, Ben Bruce is one of my main.
Oh, Ben.
Yeah, Ben Bruce is one of my favorite guitarists.
Oh, he's a great guitarist too.
Mine's probably We Came as Romans.
Nice.
Yeah.
We Came as Romans.
Yeah, they have really good lyrics, they're really good musicians. Eric G. Choi, the drummer, is like my favorite drummer of all. Really.
That is
Mine would have to be for bass. It was definitely Max Green all throughout learning bass to now.
Max Green.
For musicians themselves, it would have to be Nick Matthews and Dan Morrison. Those two guys really put me where I am today.
That's awesome. It's really awesome.
Well, for me, I Set to Kill has always been a big part, but
I Set to Kill.
I Set to Kill.
Oh.
Actually, like, in terms of my actual guitar playing and like when I actually write music, I find my guitar playing is a lot really based on Bullet for My Valentine, and I've started to kind of get more of a Get Scared, Escape the Fate stuff going with that, but yeah,
I mean, their stuff is usually pretty good.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to agree with kind of in the middle between Mike and Aiden here, because yeah, I agree on the whole, doing music for myself and for the guys that I'm with. But at the same time, I do have inspirations, whereas when I'm sitting at home, what I like to do is write a full song completely with like all the instruments mixed together, opposed to us writing just one part where I was like just the guitar. And a big inspiration on stage for me and in writing process would be Joshua from We Came as Romans, because at the age of 18 he wrote their first full-length album, To Plant Seed, and I found that pretty amazing for him to do all together in one shot, like all alone.
And I have to agree with you on that. To Plant a Seed, that album was just amazing. That was actually the first time I've ever heard of them, was the song To Plant a Seed. Phenomenal. Loved it. Right, so I know this is your guys' first tour, but have you guys had the funniest tour moment? Just a funny tour moment.
Well, we had one like
Nick.
2 seconds ago.
Probably Nick talking about flamethrower.
Oh yeah, the flamethrower. I'm looking for a place to shower, and I suggested some pretty good.
I wasn't part of that moment, but this morning I was trying to sleep in the van, and all I was hearing was these guys laughing their ass off. I was trying to sleep, and I was like, "Shut up, man! I'm trying to sleep."
What was the flamethrower story
The
though?
flamethrower thing was, we were trying to figure out a way to shower, and to get bug spray in a lighter and just use it as a threat and kind of like flamethrow everybody at a pool. So we'd all jump in the pool, but it didn't make any sense because I was too tired. So instead of just jumping in the pool, we just like caused like a huge
Mayhem.
Then just for absolutely no reason.
Anarchy. Yes. All right. So, what's the best and worst thing about being in a band?
I think the best thing is to play in front of people. Inspiring people is knowing that people are there for you. It's such an amazing feeling. The worst thing, I think, it's like being in a van 24/7.
Yeah, I think he's got it pretty down, doesn't he?
The best thing for me about being in a band is when somebody comes up to you and tells you that you've changed something in their life, or that you've saved their lives, or that you've helped them through a hard time, because that's what I try to do, and that's what I'm set out to do. And when somebody tells me that I did that for them, that makes it all worth it, everything worth it. And the worst thing, well, like you said, being in a band for 24 hours, yeah, the heat.
The heat.
The heat is the worst
It's
thing.
hot outside today.
So far, off my first tour, that's what I can say, the heat is the worst thing.
No, absolutely writing the music for people and helping them out with what we do is obviously a big plus, being in a band. Playing on stage, the rush you get when you're playing on stage, you have people that you've never seen before come to your show and be like, oh my god, your songs, your lyrics, they changed, my life, they helped me through a really difficult time.
Yeah.
obviously that's a big part of music for me.
That's fair. So, what is it like to go on tour so far? Even though it's your guys' first tour, but what would you like to tell people? What is it like? Because I know there's probably a lot of people that ask a lot of bands that, but what's your opinion on it?
It's really exciting,
It's,
for sure.
it's exciting, but it's not as easy as it seems.
Yeah.
No.
No, not at all. The
Oh.
amount of preparation, the amount of work, the amount of time you actually have to put in just to get from one location to the other, it's a lot different than what people expect.
It's not like an easy, it's not an easy ride, like if you have like, I don't know, like if you're dirty all the time and stuff, and
Yeah.
you're hungry a lot.
Hungry.
Yeah.
Blame on Mr. Noodles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of
But don't save no life.
one thing I can say is you definitely feel the freedom.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
a sense of freedom on tour that you will not feel anywhere else, and a sense of drive and adrenaline that you won't feel anywhere else.
That's
And
great.
also traveling to places you've never been to
Yeah, of
before, and
course.
that must be amazing too.
You're like,
Especially with all these guys and everybody, we all get
Yeah.
along so well.
Oh yeah.
it's like your second family, you're traveling with your second family. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. So,
So, what is the craziest thing a fan has ever done?
Good crazy or bad crazy? You gotta be very specific.
I don't know if I want to go good or bad. Let's try good first. Good crazy.
Good crazy.
I don't know, all the bad's coming back.
Yeah, all the bads in there, but I mean, I have one story that I will have to tell you, but it's on the bad side. I guess
So
one
it's
of,
on the
one
bad
of,
side, okay.
one of the good things that, I mean, I found, you know, good crazy would be like, I mean, bands buying basically phenomenal amounts of merch, like, you know, twice, you know, 2 CDs, and they've bought, you know, like, you know, more than one of a certain item, you know, and like, that's pretty cool, you know, when a fan likes you enough to do that, you know.
Oh yeah, I would do the same thing.
I mean, I wouldn't call it crazy though. I mean, there's nothing a fan could really do that I would call crazy. I mean, some fans will take like, you know, 5 hours to just draw pictures of you, or you know, to just,
That's
you know.
That I like that. I
The
see a lot of
I wouldn't- The what?
the skateboard and the shoes.
Yeah, you know, somebody made a Chomp Chomp Attack skateboard, and you know, there's been 3 pairs of Chomp Chomp Attack shoes made. Like that's just stuff that's really cool. I don't even consider that crazy. That's just passion. You know?
That's amazing.
That's dedication.
That's incredible.
That's a dedicated fan right there. You know.
Definitely, including ones that get tattoos of like lyrics and.
Yeah, that hasn't happened.
Nah, one day maybe.
One day.
One day, but
hopefully.
So what's a
yeah.
bad crazy?
a bad crazy.
that sounds fun.
Well,
Just give me one. Just give me the
We
best.
we had a
bad
s-
B-Fox.
This happened to me.
B-Fox.
oh, yeah. We can tell that one, but I want to tell a fry bag story.
Dude, tell the fry bag story.
There was a show we played, I believe it was Jeffree Star. We opened for Jeffree Star on our 3rd show. And I had bought like a bag of fries, and I was just eating casually, you know, and then a fan, you know, asked if, you know, she could eat, you know, my fries, so I was like, alright, you can have a couple of them. And when I came back, you know, I wasn't done them, so I was like, here you go, you can finish the bag, you know. And it was cool, whatever, you know. So she finishes the bag and everything, and then comes up to me later on in the show, and with this greasy fry bag, it's basically dripping grease like down to the floor at this point. And she comes up to me and she asks if I can sign it for her. So I'm like, okay, this is a little bit weird. So I'm signing around the grease and everything like that, you know. All cool thing, you know, she'll throw it out later, take a picture, throw it out. And, you know, and like a few weeks later, I get a message on Facebook saying that, you know, she's like, oh my god, I love your band so much. By the way, your fry bag's still hanging over my bed. I was like, that, in my head, I'm like, that must smell a lot by now.
maybe she probably Febrezed
I
it a
mean,
little bit.
you know, thank you to her for keeping my fry bag for so long and being so dedicated, but it was funny. It was funny to hear
It's
that.
actually pretty awesome.
Dustin might have a story, you know, about crazy fan.
Crazy girls. Okay, there was this.
Crazy girls.
We had a time.
Would have sucked.
There was this girl who came to our shows. I think she came to maybe 2 of them in Montreal.
Yeah, let's leave out names.
We'll leave out names. There's this
Leave out
girl
names.
that came
Leave out
over, and she came to 2 of our shows, and there was just this one day where she started texting us all, like, we're being nice, you know, we're being good people, like, we're showing that we're interested in our fans, that we like talking to our fans, and, so it was fine. And then she went quiet for a little bit, but then one day, after talking to her for maybe 3 days straight, each one of us got a message from her, all at the same time, exactly saying, I think I'm in love with you, will you please be my boyfriend? Now here's the thing, it was sent to all of us at the same time, so and we happened to be, it was band practice that day, so we all pull out our phones, right, and we all show it to each other, we're just like, it just happened, guys, it just happened.
She started talking to me like 1 week ago.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about because she sent me the same text.
You're the next victim.
She's talked to everyone.
That I have to admit was a little, because she loves our band, sure, but when she's, no.
It's just saying, like, come on.
A
No.
little indecisive, maybe.
Yeah,
A little
let's
bit.
don't copy paste.
She's trying to have, 6 boyfriends at once,
All in the
As
same band.
if we wouldn't find out.
All in the same band.
It's like,
Wow.
you're dating that girl? I am too. Oh, we have a problem here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
But then you guys can decide it from how long the message was ago, maybe. Kind of like that.
Nah.
Or just be like, all right, we're leaving. Bye.
Yeah, it was just a-
Sorry.
Yeah.
There's plenty of other fish, not the ones that try to date all 6 guys. Is there any type of music you guys are into other than the genre you guys play?
That's actually an interesting question for me a little bit, because I play a lot of screamo, I play a lot of post-hardcore, but what a lot of people don't know, and now I guess a lot of people will know, is that my heart's actually pop punk. It's what I've been listening to most of my life. Any bands like, like I listen to All Time Low, I listen to Simple Plan, I listen to Good Charlotte, Yellow Card, The Used, any bands like that I listen to a lot. I will listen to rap.
I listen to rap on the occasion.
On the occasion, I listen to some rap and stuff like that. So I'm very wide open with that. I grew up listening to country too, so I have a lot of that. That's for me. Like Dustin.
Me, it would be pop punk is what I grew up on. It's what both Michael and I grew up on. And then it would have to be dubstep as well. I got into that recently.
Yeah, I think
Dubstep's
we're all
pretty
into
I
that.
think last year I got into dubstep. I think I started listening to Skrillex.
Yeah,
Skrillex
Skrillex,
awesome.
that's
I
Skrillex.
don't have that in there, but
Simple Plan has been my favorite band for a long time.
Oh, they're amazing.
you also have some oldies too that you listen to from time to time that you grew
Yeah,
up on.
you go stuff like one of the bigger bands I'd have to grow up on, thanks to my father, would have to be U2.
Oh,
U2 is one of the bands I grew up on all the way through to now, and seeing them live at their show when they had it in Montreal when they brought the huge Alien stage with them. Like, I think it was 20 to 30,000 people, I think were there.
Alien, so.
U2 is amazing.
U2 is amazing, just seeing them live finally when I was 19 was great. It's an amazing experience.
We need to go alien hunting again.
Alien hunting?
Me, him, and Kyle went
Yeah.
alien hunting a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
We saw big bright light in the sky, and no joke, this was not a star. To this day, this was not a star.
No.
It is coming. It's coming.
Let's hope it doesn't come on
The beginning of the end.
on the 21st of December.
No,
No.
let's not go into that.
No.
That's
not gonna happen.
Go into that.
I don't think
We discussed that before.
No,
We
we'll
need to go
discuss
back
that.
there.
Let's not discuss. It'll be like an hour-long conversation.
Snooki's due on that date.
That is true.
Well played, man. Well played.
Exactly. Yeah, Snooki's baby is due on that date.
Well
What are they?
played,
I wonder what she's gonna name him or her.
If she
It's-
gets,
Let's get
if she
to-
gets to.
What if she gets? She'll call it 2012.
Yeah.
The little 2012, the little bastard that survived.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my god. That's good. Where do you guys see yourself in 10 years?
That's a big number.
In 10 years, I see myself playing in front of a ginormous crowd. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. This is my dream. It's happening no matter what.
That's what you gotta do.
That
You
is
just
what's
gotta
happening.
push towards
You
your
believe in
dream.
your dream, you do it, and it will happen. you continue at it, you don't let anything get in your way,
Same
and
for
it will
me.
happen.
Yeah,
That's
Same for all of us.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
it's the same for all of
Just-
us.
Maybe family, you know, at that point, maybe have something like that, a dog.
Little chihuahua. those
Yeah, my
little-
own house, but you know, in the big perspective, doing what I'm doing
Probably
now
have
on a much larger scale.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
I'll
awesome.
have a Chewbacca pet.
Chewbacca pet.
Chewbacca pet.
A guinea pig called Chewbacca.
Oh, and I won't need glasses.
So,
Actually, I think I forgot to ask this question at the beginning. Where is your hometown?
Montreal.
Saint-Anne-des-Plaines.
I don't have a hometown. No.
He's an alien, actually.
We're all generally from Montreal.
Yeah.
Our
Generally
hometown.
from
Montreal and around.
And
Montreal
do
and around.
Montreal and around.
Yeah.
So do the people back at home support you?
My God, we're so lucky for that.
Yeah, my parents
My parents.
are really good parents.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
good.
Yeah,
The things can tell. I can
yes.
tell, we can
So,
tell.
Aiden's
Yeah.
parents have pushed us. Just for this tour, they have helped so, I can't even describe it. They've
Thank
helped
you.
so much to get us here.
thank you.
It's the people at home,
Yeah, thanks.
people at home. Yeah, that's a thank you to Aiden's parents all the way, but they've done
Thank
so
you.
much.
No, but definitely, I mean, people that, when we started music a long time ago, it was family and friends that got us out
Yeah.
there and got us the stability to be able to get everything else we have, so, you know, definitely friends.
Actually, shout out to my mother too.
Oh, yeah.
My
Mom,
mom.
Angie, aka Mom.
Angie, aka Mom, to all of us, has given us places to sleep, food, tour planning,
Yeah.
van planning.
Van,
She's the reason we're
van.
here. She's the one who gave us the van.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
the only
That's-
reason we got here, so definitely a big shout out to Mom.
yeah, no, it's, we got some pretty awesome support, I mean, obviously you have to support yourself to
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
a
definitely.
pretty big extent, but
Do you guys have any other hobbies besides obviously making music?
I like playing tennis.
Nice skateboarding.
Yeah,
We
skateboarding.
love skateboarding.
I roll and
Longboarding.
snowboard.
Longboarding.
I love TV shows like Dexter.
Dexter.
Dex?
Yes.
And
High five.
yeah, Lost.
I'd have to say I'm a really big computer nerd.
Same with me.
Big,
With editing
big.
and like games, I would just sit there.
Me, it's pure programming.
I mean,
That's what I do.
Yeah, building computers.
Building computers.
oh yeah, that's good. And like, probably if like my girlfriend was here, she would probably say, yeah, I'm a computer gaming nerd too.
I like to, I guess say graphic design, and I like to record. do
I love
record.
to record. It's amazing.
I will join you with that soon.
So, to all of you, if you were to describe yourself in one word,
Oh my God.
what
Nice.
would
Good
you
question.
say? If you were
Sexy.
to describe
Extremely sexy, yeah, sexy, yeah.
sexy.
Oh, took mine.
You can repeat if you want.
No,
Ravishing.
Ravishing.
Flamethrower. With probably flamethrower.
we're awesome. Awesome.
We're going
Probably
awesome.
like unhairy.
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 If it's the word, actually.
It's a word, it works.
This is one word in my mind. It's the sex goddess of love.
I am a sex god.
I'll go with beast.
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 I'm just gonna go with nerd.
I'm not,
It's just
The
so-
one guy.
I'm just nerd.
I'm not buff enough.
Nerd.
You're gonna go with
Alright.
me. But I'm not buff enough.
I don't wanna know.
Is there any advice you would advise a just starting band?
Keep pushing.
Save money.
Yeah, I would take like
Save it all.
Don't think it's really
Keep
easy.
pushing, save money,
Don't
and
think it's easy.
Don't
It's
give
really
up.
hard.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
trust everyone.
Yeah, that was a big.
Yeah, especially.
That was definitely something we dealt with a lot. But yeah, save money.
Save money. Save money's the big one. That's just where it hurts.
And yeah, keep pushing, you know, and
Don't give up on your dreams.
treat your fans like they're your family, because honestly, they're are your family. You know,
They're the reason
Yeah,
you're
it's there.
The only reason you're gonna go anywhere.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. So I think that is it. So guys, I am here with Chomp Chomp Attack, and last thing I would like to do a quick shout out to my girlfriend and her best friend Andre. So say hi to Andre and Alicia.
Hi,
So
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you. All right, so I'm Jay.
Dustin.
Kyle.
Mike,
Hayden.
Nick,
Wait, what's my name again, guys?
Homer.
Or so I am with Spark of Light Promotions. They are from
Chomp Attack, Montreal.
Chomp Tap Montreal representing. So that is it for you guys, and we will see you next time.
Next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.